Hi guys! So, as cosplayers, we all know that convention days are so long. We're talking like 16 to 20 hours in costume with full makeup. And not only is that terrible for your skin, it's also a huge, huge pain in the ass to be constantly worried about fading and smudging on top of the 100 other things that you have to be worried about. So I've compiled like a little list of kind of a couple of my cosplay staples for an almost 24-hour makeup, like really long-lasting makeups. And I hope this is helpful. You're in this convention hall. What are you feeling? Hot. It's hot, it's clammy, you're gonna get shiny. So, even the most basic thing, even if you're a guy or a girl who doesn't wear makeup and you don't really want to, kind of the easiest thing that you can do, and the thing I most recommend, is to either dust on a pressed powder or a loose powder. It doesn't matter if it's tinted or if it's translucent, just dust it on, because it'll take care of that shininess. And when you are exposed to flash photography, which if you're in costume you will be, there's going to be a lot of people taking your photo, you won't come out looking oily. And my favorite is Hello Flawless by Benefit. It's about like 30 bucks, I think. I can't really remember, but it lasts a really long time, and coming from me, that means a lot, because I actually use this in my regular makeup routine, so I use this quite a lot and it lasts me a really long time. So it's like really super easy, and it's super, you can't really see it, let's cover up that mirror. It's super like sheer, like it's not going to go on cakey, and it'll just mattify your skin so that you don't look gross and oily. It's kind of the most basic thing that you can do. Next, let's talk about blush, because we all know that flash photography washes you out, and me being super pale, it's a huge issue for me. So if you have really fair skin, you need to be very careful. And for me, I don't really like using bronzer or contouring just because I find it terrifying and a little strange, and a lot of bronzers turn me orange. I don't know, maybe I just haven't found the right one. But kind of an easy thing that you can do is just quickly add a blush to your cheeks. I don't like wearing a lot of blush because I'm supremely proud of the fact that I am sickly white. That's a joke. I like my coloring, and I kind of feel that I look weird with a lot of color in my cheeks, so I don't do a really bold cheek. But I do know that it's important if you're being exposed to flash photography, if you're doing shoots, or even if you're just wandering the halls and you're letting people take your photo. It's important to at least put some kind of color so that when the photos do turn up, you don't look dead, because, you know, that's a bummer. My favorite is Urban Decay Afterglow Glide On Cheek Tint. That's what it looks like. Has a nice lovely snake on the front. This is in Quickie. Sex jokes. This is in Quickie, and it's actually not, like, the color's not translating as brightly as it actually is. It is fucking hot pink. And I know that if you like go into Sephora and you're like, hey, that girl said that this is the color she used, and you open it up, you're gonna be like, holy fuck, because it is literally hot pink. But the thing with this is that it's really sheer, so even though it is super pigmented, I'm not sure if I'm using that word correctly, but even if it does appear like super bright, when you put it on, it's going to go on really sheer, and it's going to blend really well. So it's actually a good option if you don't like color to use this one, because you can kind of control it's a lot easier to control. It's also a cream formula, which if you're doing any type of cosplay makeup where you're going to be wearing it a really long time, cream formula is a good way to kind of extend the life of your blush a little bit. It will last a lot longer than a powder blush, so you don't have to go back to your hotel room or sneak into a bathroom and reapply it. This actually, I apply it during convention days. I apply it once in the morning and I'm done. Like, and I will be out partying till 3 a.m. and I was about to repeat myself, but let's not. Anyway, yeah. So I get back to my hotel room really late, and I do not have to reapply this once. It lasts forever. It's also a cheek tint as opposed to a quote-unquote blush. Tint is like, it's like the same thing as a lip tint, where it's actually like a stain. So that also adds to the color and the life. These Urban Decay brands, they come in really bright colors, but there's like quite a wide selection, and basically the best you can do is just go down there and try and pick the one that's your favorite. I like this one because it works really well on my super pale vampiric flesh. Because it's a convention, you're probably going to be wearing a lot more makeup than you normally would. Like for me, the only time, well, probably one of the only times I wear eyeshadow is when I'm at conventions. I don't wear it normally. I prefer going just with a really bold liner. But because you're getting photographed a lot, you need to exaggerate your features, and that includes putting on eyeshadows, even if it's a nude palette, or sometimes people do colors because, you know, to kind of complement the costume. If you're doing eyeshadow, you need to, before you put on a primer, because it will stop your eyeshadow from having any fallout. It will also stop it from creasing, and it'll extend the life of it. It's really easy to use. This is, it looks like trash because it's been in the bottom of my makeup bag. Like I said, I don't wear eyeshadow normally, so my primer lasts me a really long time, so this has been like scratched and in the bottom of my purse and in the bottom of my makeup bags and my suitcases, so it's like all trashed. But anyway, this is my favorite. It's Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. Just realized this, but a lot of the makeup I'm recommending is Urban Decay. And the reason behind that is because I am cheap, and Urban Decay is, not only is it a brand that makes a lot of makeup that's like 24 hours or is super long lasting makeup, it's also one of the cheaper brands that you can get at like a makeup boutique or whatever, like Sephora, which is where I get most of my makeup. Yeah, so anyway, this is Urban Decay Primer Potion. I can show it to you. It's got a sponge tip. They have like a couple different ones. This one is just like the standard normal one. They also have one that has a little bit of a pearlescence in it, like pearlescence, to kind of accentuate or I don't know the word, but basically make any glitter eyeshadow you wear, if you really love glitter eyeshadow. It just makes it brighter, and it also is kind of a little bit better about, like, because glitter eyeshadow tends to have a lot more fallout than regular eyeshadow. So the glitter one is kind of a little bit better at keeping it on your face. Yeah, but I kind of stick to this one because I switch it up. Sometimes I wear matte, sometimes I wear glitter, so it all depends on the costume and the character. Yeah, so this is the first ever primer I tried, because basically it was recommended to me by a couple of my friends. Maya, I don't know if I'm pronouncing her online name right, but Maya or something, I don't know. I'll have to ask you later. How the fuck do I pronounce your online name? Or Vixen. You all know how much I love my Vixen. Anyway. Funny story. I'll tell you later. Anyway, they both recommended this to me, and I kind of started using it a few years ago. Kind of strictly restricting my use of it to conventions because, like I said, I don't wear eyeshadow, and in any other situation I don't really need it. So, and it has never let me down. It is a wonderful, wonderful product, and it looks like it's like a beige color, but actually when it dries clear. So basically what you do is you dab it on, then you rub it on over top of your eyelid and a little bit underneath your eye, wherever you're putting eyeshadow. You wait maybe a minute for it to dry, and then you put your eyeshadow on top of it, and it will actually make your eyeshadow look brighter, so it will make the pigments appear brighter, and it'll also keep it on your face for, I think it's like, it says like 12 hours or something like that, but it actually lasts a lot longer. Next, we're going to be talking about pretty much the thing that everyone is constantly reapplying all the time, and that's lips. Like, I kind of don't have a go-to for lipstick or lip balm or anything like that, because it all is dependent on the costume I'm wearing and what colors I can find. I do prefer using a lip tint or a lip stain, not lip tint, a lip stain, as opposed to lipsticks, because they last a lot longer, and it's also, they tend to have like a lighter formula, so you're not going to feel as cakey. These are a couple of my lip stains. These two are the Toki Doki brand. Unfortunately, you can't get them anymore, which sucks balls because they're really nice. I used to get them at Sephora, and it really sucks because they're actually really nice, and they were like only like $10 each or something like that, and I'm kind of upset that you can no longer get them. But a good alternative I found to those, and something that's very, very similar to them, is the new Color Whisper by whatever the fuck this is. Maybelline. Is the new Color Whisper by Maybelline. They have a lot more colors than the Toki Doki line, but the formula is very, very similar. Like, it's there is a lot of pigment in it, but it's goes on almost like a chapstick. Like, it's not thick like a lipstick. Kind of my only thing with lips, because if you're more comfortable wearing a lipstick, by all means go out and do that. My only advice is to wear either a conditioning lipstick or lip balm underneath, because like I said before, these are super long days, and normal lipsticks will dry out your lips, and then you'll end up with really chapped lips, and sometimes by the end of the day it'll go all clumpy, and it's really gross. My only other advice is, and this is just from personal observation and experience, stay away from matte lipsticks. A lot of people seem to think in their heads that if you're going to a convention, or if you're doing a photo shoot or anything with flash photography, you should stay away from glosses. But that's an urban legend or an urban myth I do not subscribe to. Like, in my personal opinion and from my experience, doing photo shoots and going to many, many conventions, matte lipsticks, when the photos come back, like when you see the photos, or when they turn up online, or they turn up on Facebook, wherever you see them, a matte lipstick will make your lips look fake, or like they've been retouched, because it completely, I don't know how to put this, but it basically like completely takes out any highlight or shine in your lip, so it will look as if your lips have just been pasted on. Sometimes that's a good thing. Like, that girl in Homestuck, the one with the black lips. I can't remember her name because I've never watched or read or done anything with Homestuck, but for her character it actually looks better if you have a matte lip, but a lot of people, or a lot of other characters, it's not going to look good. Like, when you get the photos back, it will look like there's a sticker on your mouth. So, and also matte lipsticks, it's hard to find one that actually is conditioning, so the long wear on, like the wear on them isn't going to be as long. So kind of my only advice about lips is to really avoid matte lipsticks. And finally, we're going to be talking about something I'm pretty much, as far as makeup goes, best known for, and that's a liquid liner. I prefer liquid liners because in photos they're going to appear a lot cleaner and they're going to appear a lot blacker. It also, depending on the liquid liner formula that you have, they're harder to smudge. And as far as long wear goes, a liquid liner will last a whole hell of a lot longer than a pencil liner. Pencil liners will fade a lot quicker. So if you're going to a convention, I highly recommend switching over to a liquid. This is my favorite. I've been using it for over a year. I switched from a different liquid liner before. This is Urban Decay 24/7 waterproof liquid eyeliner in Perversion. Perversion is like the base of black, and I love black liquid liner. Like, it's my favorite thing. So it's another Urban Decay product. Basically, I find that some people are really scared of liquid liners because they are a little bit more difficult to handle than a pencil liner. So my best advice is to practice, and a good tip for if you're going to be wearing it for a long day is do your face, like do your foundation routine or your moisturizer routine, whatever you're doing, do your liquid eyeliner, then put on your eyeshadow primer, like the primer potion, the Urban Decay primer potion that I recommended before. Then do your eyeshadow, then go over top of your liquid liner again with another layer. Waiting for it to dry in between. So you do like the first one, you wait for it to dry, you do the primer, the eyeshadow, and then you do another layer on top, and you wait for that to dry, and then you do your mascara, your brows, or whatever else you're doing. And the reason for that is that it will almost like sandwich your eyeshadow. I know that sounds weird, but it will make your eyeshadow look a lot cleaner if you have the super black line, and it will also make your eyeliner last a lot longer. Like this is their 24/7 line, so this is basically a 24-hour liner. And it actually works, like it lasts a really long time. Another one that lasts a really long time is the Kat Von D tattoo liner. My only problem with it is that it's a lot more expensive than this one, and the formula is a lot thinner, so you need to kind of go over it a couple times to actually get like a true black, even in their blackest shade, which I think is like 0 or something like that. But you need to go over it like a few times to get like a really good solid black line. And for me, like, I wear liquid liner almost every day, and the Kat Von D stuff lasted me a week and a half because I had to keep on going over it, and it just was not worth the money. Like, was just not worth the money to be paying for it. So I tried this one and I actually really liked it. The only thing with this one, like the Urban Decay 24/7, is to shake it like really, has like a little bead in there or something, it mixes it up. To shake it really, really well, because I found that this eyeliner, the mineral oil or the whatever is used to mix it, or I don't know the word, but basically the oil ingredient, or yeah, I guess it has to be an oil, will rest on top, and so when you pull the brush out and you try and do your eyeliner, the color is going to appear really sheer. You don't want that, so you need to like shake it really well before you actually use it, and that way when it comes out the color will be like really black. So that's my best advice. If you're new to liquid eyeliner and you're having like a little bit of trouble, a good trick is to do your eyeliner in pencil first and then go over it in the liquid liner. The pencil will act as a guideline for you to follow it and trace, and it will make it actually a lot easier. It will also stop the liquid liner the liquid liner color from bleeding, and it will help mask any like shaky lines, or if your hand twitches or anything like that, it'll help mask that. And if you do that for a few days and then you try and do the liquid liner without doing the pencil first, it'll be a lot easier. It's basically like training your hand to do it. It's like muscle memory. So I hope that helps. Last, we're going to talk about my favorite products, and it's the one that I recommend to every cosplayer. Like, if you room with me, I get my other like roomies to actually try this stuff, and they absolutely become obsessed with it. They fall in love with it, and it's another Urban Decay product because, you know, I'm cheap. I don't like paying a lot, and Urban Decay is very affordable. So it's the Urban Decay All Nighter long-lasting makeup setting spray. This is like their old packaging, so don't be fooled. Like if you go into Sephora and you're like, I want this thing, and they hand you like a new white bottle and you're like, this isn't what that strange girl on the internet showed me, she's a liar. This is like this is their older packaging, because this stuff lasts forever and I have not had to buy a new one since they changed the packaging. Anyway, this stuff like works miracles, and if you have been listening to this video and none of it has sunk in and you're just like, well, fuck that bitch, I encourage you to at least try this stuff, because basically it makes your makeup look fresh for a minimum of 8 hours. It actually lasts, for me, it lasts a lot longer than that. I think it's really dependent on your complexion and the texture, or like the oiliness or whatever of your skin. This stuff like lasts 20 hours for me. Like I almost never have to reapply my makeup unless I go in water or something. Unless it's raining and I got splashed in the face. I don't know. But I basically bring this with me to every convention I go to, and the girls who room with me, even the guys who room with me, all end up using this and absolutely falling in love with it, because you can do your makeup in the morning. You just kind of, I'm not going to actually spray it on my face because I don't really need to, but you basically like kind of hold it away from your face like you would like hairspray, and you just kind of mist it all over your face. It does not take that much, and it's like, this is their smallest bottle, and this will last me, should show you the label, whatever, there. Okay, this is their smallest bottle, and this will last me probably a year. Like it's about here right now, and like I said, they've like gone through and changed the packaging and stuff like that. I have not had to I think this bottle I bought a little bit before SakuraCon of last year. So probably January, February, March, April, probably March of 2011. March of 2011 I bought this bottle, and I still have it. Or no, it wouldn't have been 2011, it would have been 2012. I am good at math. Yeah, that's why I'm an English major. I'm terrible at math. Anyway, yeah, every time I go to a convention, I always have like my girls staying with me, or even like other people outside of my room that are friends with me who have stayed with me in the past and have tried this, like coming up to me and asking to borrow it and asking if they can use some, asking if I brought it because they want this stuff. And I have no shame in admitting that I have encouraged a couple addicts, like people who have absolutely become addicted to this stuff and now actually use it in like regular life. Yeah, so this is my favorite product. I love this stuff. Like, I swear by it. It will literally, like, it will do miracles. And the good thing about this stuff is you can actually use it if you're in full face paint as well. It will do the same thing. A couple of years ago, I was a Na'vi from Avatar for Halloween, and a bunch of people like recommended you just use like baby powder or whatever to set your makeup, but I wasn't a huge fan of that because baby powder, it like softened the look because it's like it goes on white. So I like kind of like went over it a little bit with this. Another good point of fact, this will not alter the color of your makeup. When you first put it on, it might feel a little gross just because it's damp and you will look a little shiny, but once it dries, I don't want to say matte because if you're wearing like, it will basically become translucent. So whatever you're wearing underneath it, that's what you will look like. So if you're wearing like a matte finish or whatever, it will be matte. Yeah, so finish the Na'vi story. I put this on over top and my face paint stayed until I got drunk and started doing this. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm not. Whatever. Anyway, yeah, I swear by this stuff, and I believe that everyone should try it. I'm not sure if you go into Sephora and you ask for a sample of this stuff. I'm not sure if they can give you a sample of it, because I got a sample of it in something, and then became like addicted to it, and then got everyone else around me addicted to it. Anyway, so I'm not sure if they can give you a sample in it, but if you want to try it, it's worth asking. Anyway, this stuff, remember it. I'm terrible with labels. Remember it. It's amazing. They do have others similar in this line. I think one is called Do Me, like D-E-W, and it's basically like a moisturizing one, but I'm not sure if those ones are the all-nighter spray with just additives, or if they're for something completely different. Like, I've never tried them. I'm pretty sure that they're not the long-lasting makeup setting spray. They're like for like a moisturized face, or there's another one, but I can't remember what it is. I can't remember what it does. So yeah, I love this stuff, and I hope that if you guys try it, like, message me and tell me how you like it, because I swear by this. And even if you're a guy, you should be using this stuff. So that's pretty much it. I'll be listing all of the products that I showed you, including colors, because I don't know, sometimes people are interested in what colors I'm wearing, in the bottom. So if you're interested and you want to look something up, just look down there and it'll tell you. I hope that this has been helpful, and I hope that you guys have found me informative. If you guys have like products that are staples in your cosplay makeup collection because of long wear, then I'd love to hear about them. I'm always up for trying new stuff. Sounded pervy. Gross. Anyway, I love you guys, and I will talk to you soon.